What's good, co-creators and Ethereans? What's good? What's poppin'? How y'all elevating today? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time seeing me, use a powerful ass. And if you are returning, welcome back. You are a true one. I am Monica, and this is Muse by Monica. On this channel, I talk about teaching you how to alchemize your pain into your greatest superpower. So, as you guys know, we've been talking about the shadow initiations, dark feminine archetypes, the type of archetypes that are lilith type of archetypes, that shadow, doing that deep shadow work. So if you're interested in that type of content, please make sure you subscribe. If you make it to the end of this video, make sure you comment, let me know, share your story, and yeah, let's hop into it. Okay, so we're going to talk about today some dark feminine archetypes, some dark feminine goddess archetypes. We're going to talk about some icons, all right, some well-known celebrity icons who have channeled this lilith shadow energy, who have channeled this dark feminine energy in the form of sacred rage, sensuality, rebellion, etc. So again, if you're interested in this type of content, let's get to it. Let's dive deep. We're going to get into four feminine icons, four feminine archetypes that are well known to you that may represent the dark feminine. So I'm going to talk about four main icons, but I'm also going to give you a list of some other well-known feminines who use their sacred feminine energy, their sacred dark feminine energy, to not only change themselves, alchemize themselves, but also alchemize and lead the way for others after them. Okay, so these women not only project intensity, sensuality, spiritual depth, mystery, rebellion, and or transformation. These are all key signatures of the dark feminine energy. Some have walked through the shadows and alchemized it into power, artistry, and even activism. Okay, so first let's go over some of the dark feminine archetypes. I'm just going to give you a list of some of the dark feminine icons that you may know and how they use their pain and alchemize it into power. Now, some of the traits that these dark feminine energies, these women embodied, they embodied sacred rage, righteous anger that birthed change. They embodied emotional depth. They felt everything. Seduction and spirituality, that Lilith, Venus, Pluto energy. They've embodied rebellion. They don't fit in, they reshape the narrative. And last, mystery and deep shadow work. Not afraid to go deep into the unseen. Some dark feminine icons, past and present. Some mystics and some healers that you may know. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. She was a true mystic, deeply spiritual, with strong ties to numerology, herbal healing, and ancestral connection. She embraced fire, chaos, and rebirth. Erykah Badu, the high priestess of neo soul, blending sensuality, eccentricity, and esoteric wisdom. She embodies Lilith energy unapologetically. Lauryn Hill, often seen or once seen as the voice of truth. She embodies sacred rage, rebellion, and divine justice, especially after leaving the industry to protect her soul. Some Scorpio queens. You know I love the Scorpio girlies. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Good old Rihanna, a Scorpio with unapologetic sensual power, business savvy, and dark allure. She owns her shadow and reclaims power through fashion and presence. Sade. Ooh, she was a childhood classic. My mama used to listen to Sade all the time. I have a deep memory of us just laying back on the bed, both of us just laying back on the bed and just listening to Sade, okay? Oh, those are beautiful, calm, easy days, soft days. Enigmatic soul, timeless and deeply private. Her voice is soft, yet haunting, like a love spell cast in velvet. Amy Winehouse, deeply emotional, raw, and self-destructive, yet immensely talented. A tragic, dark feminine tale of not being able to escape the pain she expressed. Some witches, rebels, and uncontainable spirits. Aaliyah. Oh, who loves Aaliyah? I want y'all to drop some of your favorite dark feminine icons. Tell me why they are some of your favorites. What traits that they embody. What traits that in them that you try to embody as well. I know I resonate very much with Lisa Left Eye, okay? I remember dressing up for her for Halloween one year in high school, okay? So some witches, rebels. We have Aaliyah. She is very ethereal, mysterious, and sensual. She had a haunting magnetism, like a dream you can't forget. FKA Twigs is mystical, avant-garde, and unafraid to embody the sensual, the surreal, and the strange. Willow Smith, deeply reflective, spiritual, and often exploring nonconformity and shadow work through her music and lifestyle. Some Hollywood sirens with a shadowy edge. Angelina Jolie. Okay, known for her intense roles in dark glamour, her humanitarian work paired with her personal past shows both shadow and rebirth. Eartha Kitt, sensual, rebellious, and politically outspoken, a classic femme fatale who never bowed to societal standards. Zoe Kravitz, cool, detached, but emotionally deep. She evokes that I see through you Lilith vibe. Now, some revolutionary rebels, some revolutionary baddies, okay? Badasses. Nina Simone. Ooh, I love some Nina. I should have worn my Nina shirt. I thought about changing to my Nina, okay? Fierce, spiritual, and deeply political. A voice of ancestral pain and unapologetic fire. Billie Holiday. Her sultry voice and painful story embodies beauty birthed from suffering. And lastly, Frida Kahlo, artist and revolutionary who painted her pain, passion, and power with surreal honesty. All right, now as promised, we're going to get into those 4 icons, those dark feminine icons that embody that sacred feminine, dark feminine energy. Okay, so dark feminine energy is not at all about softness. It is not at all about being soft. It is also not about survival. It is sensuality and a spiritual fire. These women that we're about to talk about didn't just embody dark feminine, they became it. The first icon, like I said, my favorite, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, the spiritual fire starter. Lisa wasn't crazy, she was clear. A truth teller, a healer, and a fire walker. She burned down the illusion of control, literally, and retreated to Honduras to reconnect with spirit. Her power, sacred rage, through rebirth of fire. It was activated when the world tried to tame her wild soul. But wild can't be tamed, only transformed. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, her archetype, the phoenix, the rebel healer, sacred fire. Her powers were activated by emotional betrayal, public scrutiny, and spiritual awakening. Her story. Lisa was more than a rapper. She was a spiritual revolutionary wrapped in a petite, fire-filled frame. Known for her story, Lisa was more than a rapper. She was a spiritual revolutionary wrapped in a petite, fire-filled frame. Known for her wild creativity and unpredictable nature, Lisa burned down her partner's mansion after years of emotional neglect. But the fire was symbolic. She then withdrew from the fame to Honduras, where she studied herbalism, numerology, and spiritual healing. She believed her life was divinely guided, even predicting her own death days before it happened. Lisa wasn't destructive. She was clearing space for her rebirth. Erykah Badu, the High Priestess of Soul. She cast spells through sound and silence. Badu didn't follow friends or trends. She created timelines. Her power, intuition, and energy alchemy. It activated the moment she chose truth over fame. That head wrap, a crown. That incense, her weapon. Erykah Badu, her archetype, the High Priestess, the Witchy Oracle, Venetian mystic. Her power is activated by choosing authenticity over industry expectations. Her story, Erykah Badu emerged in the 90s like a conjured spell, head wrapped, eyes knowing. Her eyes were honey-laced medicine, and her presence disarmed the masculine-dominated space of hip-hop and soul. Beyond her music, Badu has long been known as a practicing doula, herbalist, and intuitive artist. Often criticized for changing men, she laughs because she was never chasing men. She was revealing them. She lives like a priestess, slow, sensual, sacred. Next is Lauryn Hill, the prophet in exile. Lauren's words could pierce illusions like arrows. She gave us truth, then disappeared. Her power, sacred vision, and ancestral rage. It activated when the music industry tried to sell her soul. So she walked away and became the myth. Erykah Badu, her archetype, the High Priestess. Lauryn Hill, her archetype, the Truth Teller, the Prophetess, exiled Empress. Her powers were activated by disillusionment with the music industry's soul trade. Her story. Lauryn's debut soul album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, was both a love letter and liberation cry, one that carried 5 Grammys. But fame was a poisoned chalice. As her truth deepened, the pressure to conform increased. Lauryn walked away from the spotlight, choosing her peace, her children, and her spiritual journey. Many called her difficult, unstable, or lost, but Lauryn didn't lose herself. She refused to be sold. And saving the best for last, Miss Nina Simone, the warrior witch of sound. Nina Simone, archetype, the warrior witch, the revolutionary voice, ancestral medium. Her powers were activated by racial violence, systematic injustice, and the burden of truth. Her story. Classically trained as a pianist, Nina was denied admission to a conservatory because she was Black. That rejection, along with the brutal racism of the 1960s, transformed her, turned her music into protest spells, raw, haunting, and revolutionary. Her performances felt like exorcisms. Nina bore the weight of her people's pain in every note. She battled mental illness and exile, yet her legacy remains untouchable. Her artistry was the war cry of the wounded goddess. Alright guys, so that's going to be all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you found some resonance in this, some power in your pain. If you resonate, again, let me know which one of these dark feminine icons, which one of their energies, how they alchemize their pain, which one of them resonates the most with you, okay? And lastly, the dark feminine isn't evil. She isn't bad. Your shadows aren't bad. Your dark side isn't bad. She's the part of you that remembers or is calling to be remembered. She is the fire that cleanses, the silence that protects, and shadows, they're sacred. So, until next time, peace and love, Ethereans.